we met Cher when she was working extra on a movie. And
Cher's mom was?
yeah, yeah,
And on a movie Diane was in.
yeah. And we were out on location, and I got to know her, and she wanted to be friendly. So that started a long,
Eventful friendship.
yeah. I guess so.
Well, yeah. So then, I wonder when that was about that you and Georgia met.
Well, Diane was a little girl in a, she was working in a little movie.
At Universal or something, or?
Yeah, we were out on location, the back lot of Universal. And met Georgia. And she wanted to be friendly. And that started a long,
Yeah. Well, because it was 1971 that we moved to Florida
yeah, right.
because of her,
Right, right.
And
So it was several years before that, that I met her. And
it might not have been that long after I went on that interview, because that was
it wasn't.
66, maybe.
Mm-hmm. You mean for the Cher, Sonny and
Yeah,
Cher?
for their movie.
Mm-hmm. No, it probably wasn't, because it was when we first were hearing about Cher.
Huh. Yeah.
Because she hadn't been well known up until then. And Georgia wanted to be friends. And started a long,
Well, so then Georgia married Hamilton, and Hamilton hired Dad to work for him, and we moved to Florida.
and that was all Cher's idea too, of course.
Oh, it was Cher's idea?
Well, it was Cher's idea to hire her dad,
Oh,
because that way she would have me to run around with. You know what I mean?
Georgia.
Georgia would. And then we got down to Florida, and she would change, so, she would love you, and then she'd change and turn on you.
Hmm.
Which I don't know if you want to put that in, but
Well, I'm thinking your other best girlfriend through a lot of that time was Carol Van Dyke.
That's right.
Of course.
The Jimmy Wakely episode is kind of interesting.
What was all that with Jimmy Wakely?
Georgia decided she wanted to be a singing star,
Yeah.
and she sounded a lot like Cher, or vice versa.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so your mom got her involved with Jimmy Wakely, who had been a big star at one time, a big recording star,
Right.
country. And Jimmy put James Burton, who had been Elvis's lead guitarist,
Absolutely.
and the band the EPB bunch together. And we went out to a studio in Westlake and recorded her. And Jimmy was impressed enough that he thought he could do something with it. Right, Phil?
Mm-hmm.
Then what? So everybody is happy, And as soon as Georgia found that people, or like Jimmy, and thought it had some quality, she decided to cut him out.
That was always her way.
Get rid of him.
That was
We
her
don't
way
need,
of
I don't
doing
need Jimmy
it.
Wakely. These guys were there because of Jimmy. James Burton, your friend would know that name.
Oh, totally. I know him.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
So then it all kind of, and we didn't have a lot of money, but we put some money into the recording session, sort of all on the come,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like as soon as it was ready for somebody to do something with it, well, she didn't want anybody else. She didn't want any partners.
No,
So Jimmy said, I don't want to talk to her
and
anymore.
Jimmy liked me a lot, you know, and he would hold on to her because of me.
Yeah.
And, oh boy.
Anyway, that ended that episode, which there was a possibility something might have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy had connections, particularly in the country music industry.
Mm-hmm.
And she was as good as some,
Yeah.
but she would never wanted to share anything. I mean,
No.
you could,
That doesn't matter if you got her into something. You were out once.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was interesting for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well,